All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you're having a phenomenal week. I'm really looking forward to talking with you today about a topic that's been on my mind for a little bit now. I want to ask you a couple of questions, but before I do, I want to get you the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is, comfort zones are most often expanded through discomfort. Comfort zones are most often expanded through discomfort. I want you to really let that sink in a little bit because I think a lot of times we really clearly stay inside our comfort zone. I really think that most of us need to spend more time in discomfort. Like David Goggins says, every single day seeking discomfort. So with that said, I want to talk to you about something, but let me ask you a couple of questions. Are you dealing with or struggling with something in your life right now? Or are you questioning your circumstances? Maybe you're unsatisfied with the results that you're getting. But overall, are there things that get you thinking at night before you go to bed or during the day that really make you question your life, what you're experiencing in this life? Well, if you are, you're not alone. I want you to know that everyone, including myself, has been there at one point in time in their life, and maybe multiple times in their life. It's just part of life. But the truth is that your story, the thing you're telling yourself, that journey that you think you're on, it's not just a story. It is your framework for how you're going to live your life, because your story should fuel your growth rather than hold you back. Unfortunately, many of us tell ourselves this story that's holding us back. These circumstances are bad. I don't have the right skills or talents. This stuff always happens to me. I got divorced. I got failure in business. I'm having struggles with my kids. I'm doing whatever those things are that you're talking about on a day-to-day basis. The story of your life, if you flip the script, should actually fuel your growth rather than hold you back. Your story, if looked at the right way, can bring you so many benefits in your life. It can help you and fuel you to create more. Let me just give you some examples. Your story is proof that you can overcome any obstacle. See, how you look at things will determine how you use them in your life. You might have gone through divorce. You might have gone through bankruptcy. You might have gone through failures in business. You might have had problems in your life. But if you look at it from the perspective of what you've been through, you can take that and flip the script to be that you have the strength to get through anything that you go through. You can overcome any obstacle. And that's something that's so important for you to realize. You do have the ability and strength. And so maybe you've got some obstacles in front of you you don't know if you can handle. But if you look at your story and you remind yourself of the perspective that you've overcome many obstacles in your life that you never thought you'd overcome, then your story becomes fuel. Your story can also provide you with lessons that you learn and grow from. So if you want to grow in your life and you want to go to the next level, you're going to have to expand your knowledge. You're going to have to expand your strengths. And the stuff that you've been through, your story, these are things that are going to help you to grow. You need to go through those things. When you start to realize that failure is the gateway to success, you're going to realize that your story has actually helped you. Another thing you need to understand is that, and this is a tough one sometimes in your life to realize, but your story can inspire other people to overcome their challenges. The things that you've been through are things that other people are struggling with right now. And, your mess can really truly become your message. You've probably heard that before. Your story can be an inspiration to other people. So when you take something that's difficult or hard or, things that have drained you or hurt you over time, and you flip the script on those to be something that inspires others, all of a sudden that story can become very empowering for you. And your story can create massive impact on the world. And truly what you'll find over time in life is that if you want to be fulfilled, you want to be happy, you want to feel like you're making a difference, you've got to make some impact on the world. And your story is one of the biggest things that can do that. It's not about what you accomplish. It's about what you've been through. It's about how you can help others to overcome the same thing. I remember back in business, and I've got so many So many stories of failure, I can't even tell you. I think people think it's just like I'm on the gravy train of life and they have no idea sometimes the stuff I've gone through. But I've had many situations in business. I remember one where I was doing just a phenomenal amount of business. And by no fault of my own, I had a business partner that just kind of went off the deep end. And because of that, we lost a lot of business, a lot of opportunity, and I had to shift in my life. And I remember sitting back and looking at that situation and thinking, man, this is it. Everything I've done for the past, 7 to 10 years is all out the window. It was all a waste of time. It was all something that I'll never get back. And, now in hindsight, it's like Wayne Dyer says, when you look back on the tapestry of your life, you're going to have a different perspective and you're going to realize that that story empowered you. And the truth of the matter is, I've gone on now to do 10x more business than I've ever done in that situation, in that scenario. I've created the Daily Mastermind. I've created more impact. The stories and lessons and growth that I've learned from mentors all over the years have helped to inspire many other people, hundreds of thousands of downloads, just of the mastermind, let alone business that I've worked on. So the key is this. The key is learning to frame your story in the right perspective. You have to learn to be proactive, to be this third party that's crafting your story. You ultimately do have the power to do this because you are the writer, the director, the interpreter of your story. You have that power. But like anything in life, you have to put some focus on it. You have to decide to do that. You have to find time and you have to have intention with crafting the story of your life and what it means. So if you are ready to do that, let me give you a few things to keep in mind when you start to look back at the tapestry of your life. Number one, remind yourself that you're the creator of your story. You create the story. Take responsibility. Everything in your life that happened because of you. That's the facts. Stop putting it off on other people. You are the creator. You are responsible. You are the one that is creating your story. And also, your perspective on the story will drive how you create and react to events in your life. Because if you consider yourself a certain way, you're going to react a certain way. If you consider yourself in a positive light, in an abundant light, in something that you feel you've learned and grown, because you aren't that same person that started going through that struggle, then you will react to situations different in your life and you're going to create far more results than if you're still living inside your past. And that's another thing I was going to mention. You are not your past. I mean, just say that to yourself once in a while. You are definitely not your past because even if you don't feel you've grown, you've gotten through things. You're stronger. You're better. You're more focused. You're listening to this podcast. You're thinking about your story. So you are not your past. You are an advanced version of yourself. You're the best version of yourself right now. But the thing is you have to start focusing on your future version of yourself, like we talked about earlier in this week, the future version of yourself and what it is that you want to do when you write your story. So you have to be able to learn to focus on your future self because the chapters you're going to write in your life are far more important than the chapters that have already been written. And remember, your focus, where your focus goes, energy goes, right? So where your focus goes, you're going to create energy, good or bad. If you're focused on the bad part of your life and your story perspective, you're going to create bad and attract bad into your life. It's like anything else. When you're focused on depression or the problems, you're going to have more of them. That's just the way life works. If you haven't figured that out by now, you need to figure that out quick. So where your focus and energy goes, also remember and remind yourself, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. The possibilities are not based on your past story. So learn to create your story and draft a story that works in an empowering way for you. Just make the decision that your story is going to be an empowering story that will drive you and fuel you to the future. And learn to be, I love the analogy that, a past friend and partner of mine, Sean Whalen, used to say, learn to be a lighthouse for others, not a tugboat. See, a lot of people are out there trying to pull people and push people and create change. But if you can just empower yourself with your story, you can be a lighthouse for others. You can just be out there like a beacon, giving a message, living your life, and it will be a lighthouse for other people. It will inspire other people. So learn to be that. Be energy for others. Don't drain other people of energy. And ultimately, I do believe it's never too late to start living the life that you were meant to live. But your perspective and your story is going to determine the results. It's just the way it is. So learn, accept, make the decision to create an empowering story. Have your story of your life be the fuel that you get, the fuel that you need to create that amazing future version of yourself. Have that story of your life be so empowering that you live your current present life in your best state possible. Like Tony Robbins says, a beautiful state. Do that and you will see some major results. Thanks for listening today. That's a message. I hope it inspires you to at least put some thought into your story, into your life, how you can, use your mind and use your thoughts to create the life and craft the life that you are hoping and should and deserve to live. Do me a favor and share this show. Hit me up if you have any questions. Go hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. Or go to dailymastermind.com and join our community, enroll in the academy. I look forward to talking with you. I look forward to hearing of your success. And once again, my name is George Wright III. I'm your host. And this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have a great day.